Was it instant success? Did you have struggles? Kind of break down that first year.
It was kind of scary because again, we had COVID, things were shut down, but we were still out here showing houses. Luckily through Coldwell Banker, they had the support the lead generation system to really help me get my foot in the ground. So while people are at home scrolling Facebook or realtor.com, they're hitting that, want to communicate with the agent. Because like you said, they're sitting at home, they're working, they want to get into something they like. So that really helped out in the long haul. But, just kind of diving in head first, learning the game as you go was kind of the best route that I've went for this starting out. You kind of just learn with the punches, and not one transaction will be the same. So it's just staying adaptive.
Did you join a team at all, or was it just you solo?
Just me solo, day
So
one.
Obviously I'm a little bit biased, so this will be a great, little conversation. I believe everyone should probably join a team at least their first 6 months, 12 months, to not necessarily for the leads and things. Yes, that's important, but I think from the support standpoint of contracts, questions, language, all of those things, right? Curious, did you have a mentor? And obviously I know you work with a great company at Coldwell Banker and they have great trainings, but did you specifically have a mentor that poured into you from the beginning, or are you just that go-getter that's willing to go out and figure it out?
Well, I did have that mentor, Lori Hausman, the one who sold me my first house. She actually works for Coldwell Banker, and that's what got me wanting to work for them as well. She took me underneath her wing, and as I started to learn, as she started to introduce me to folks throughout the company, the more I kind of spread out and started taking information from a little bit of everybody. I feel like there is no secret sauce to selling real estate. It's just staying adaptive and learning. So, the more people that she introduced me to, the more my horizon spread, the more I was able to ask questions, and then she just kind of let me do my thing, and, and it's worked out ever since.
I'm curious, what is one thing that she told you from the beginning that has stuck with you ever since?
Pay your taxes. Stay on top of those taxes. That's the big thing.
We laugh, but I always tell people, like, they don't teach you those things in real estate school.
They don't.
Right? Especially, for me, I was just coming out of college, so I didn't know anything about finances or, taxes on that scale. And that's one of the things that I think, because of your experience and where the military, and then, your other career for those 5 years, the 401ks and like the life insurance and the disability insurance, and like a lot of agents don't have those things, right? A lot of agents don't pay the taxes on time, and honestly, it sets them back. And it's one of the things that really hinders them from taking that next step in the business.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
What was that first 12 months like? How many deals did you sell?
I really don't know those exact numbers, to be honest with you, but I feel like I did pretty well. My first year was only from March through January 1. But then my following year, I accelerated and did 7.7. So I think I did probably around like 3 or 4 my first few months in, and then really accelerated from there.
And now you're on pace to, what are you on pace for now? 10?
I'm trying to make $100 more than last year. That is the biggest goal right now.
Yeah, you're like a lot of real estate agents, right? Like, you don't really know the numbers on the back end. You just want to go out and help people and meet people and sell real estate, right?
Correct. And I've always said that the money's great, but the experience and being in the trenches is, I like to get my hands dirty. That's what it's for. Like I said, the whole support thing, my husband got his assistance certificate, and he helps me run the numbers. So as long as he's managing on the back end, I'm the face of the company. I just like being in the trenches with everybody.
Yeah. How do you go about, going to 7 million, in year 2? That's a big jump. Yeah. That's, a lot of people don't have those results. What were some of the things tactically, that you really focused on in order to go out and to find your clients and to really help them?
Really, it was based off of all observation. I was seeing people do cold calling. So I tried to do cold calling. I failed on that. It took a lot of like success and failure in order to get to that point. But I will say, using our lead gen system through OpCity, that really helped, because then family started referring family, and then it just started building from there. It wasn't just that one introduction. I know a lot of people turn their nose up to lead gen because it does cost, but at the same time, you're making hand over fist as long as you're doing a good job in getting those referrals. So that was a big help for me. My year one was making sure I was on top of those leads, staying in contact with my sphere of influence. Social media has been huge. Looking back 5 years ago when I'm seeing memories where there's only 2 or 3 likes, fast forward now I'm getting 25, 30 likes on one post. So just being engaged, that's helped a lot. Talking to people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a nuisance when it comes to this stuff. And I talk to everybody, so that helps me a lot too.
You said adaptability earlier. You just mentioned that you're willing to try new things and fail at new things. Ultimately, as agents, it all works, right? I think that's the power of this and this conversation, not just with you, but everyone else that we've had on and everyone else that we'll have on, in the future, is we all do it differently in some way.
Yeah.
And the message that I want to get to people is that it all works. It's just, you have to figure out what works best for you. And you found that, right? Like Op City leads, like, the one great thing about those and lead generation with internet leads is opportunities show up consistently
everywhere.
And as a new agent, or a newer agent, like that is one of the struggles, is how do I create consistent opportunities to engage with people about real estate? So, I know it gets a bad rap, but for you and for me, it's what got our careers going. And then, it's the idea of, I got this from network marketing. It's recruiting through the recruit, right? So like, if you were my client, I would love to help you, and I'm going to do everything I can to help you buy and sell real estate. But what I really want is I want Tyler's friends, family, coworkers, and anyone else that they engage with, right? And that's how you can take advantage of that type of lead source. Now, you mentioned